Hi everybody, old guy here. Merry Christmas everyone, and just to let you know, it is Siberia outside here in the Shenandoah Valley. Reminds me of my time in upstate New York. So, this being Christmas, I picked this book because supernatural spooky things around Christmas, I guess, actually are just fine. Not as fine as Halloween, of course, but, you know, it works. And I gotta say, I made it to about page 100 in this one, and then that's it. Frisbee. What? This is a highly rated and very popular first book of a very popular series that's even been made into a BBC show. So, how in the heck can I not love it? Well, it's in the same way that I don't love Nickelodeon. It's too juvenile for me. You know, not that I didn't love Nickelodeon when I was part of that demographic. Actually, I think that was a little after my time. But when you become an adult, it is time to put away childish things. And this novel is a childish thing. So what is this about? Diana Bishop is conducting research at the Bodleian Library, Bodleian, in Oxford, when she happens across an alchemical text, a text on alchemy, from the 17th century that has been missing for the past 150 years. The moment she touches it, there is a spark and connection because Bishop is a witch. And this triggers some kind of a supernatural notification because suddenly all the witches and vampires and demons in a 5-county area come a-running to the library to get a hold of this book, which Bishop sends back into the stacks because, you know, when you're a researcher and you happen to discover a critically important text that's been missing for so long, you just send it back. Especially if you're a witch. Witches and vampires and daemons. D-A-E-M-O-N-S, not D-E-M-O-N-S. Because they just are, you know? Like the witches, they're cool and everything, and like the daemons, they're like savants, but really socially inept, and humans are just so boring. But vampires, ooh, they're so dangerous. I think you catch my drift on this. That's kind of the tone of this whole book up to the point that I read it. And what you find here is the juvenile technique of assuming tropes and norms alive and well within the teenage culture at the time. So, therefore, there is no world to build or create classes of existence and background. It's just the way it is. It is a Harry Potter world. But why Harry Potter works and this doesn't is that Harry Potter knows it's a juvenile book series, while this one is trying to pass itself off as adult. Which it might be, at least what passes for adult these days. I mean, I've noted with growing bewilderment a growing infantilism among bestsellers that have been released to great acclaim and renown these past 5 years or so. I suppose if you have a generation that hasn't really done anything and prides itself on how long it can avoid adulting, then the newest books must reflect that trend. That is, if publishers want to see them sold. Function follows form, I guess. Still, I like the Harry Potter books, and since I know this is now an 8th grade world, then should be able to press on with the novel, right? Well, no. The stake through the heart, so to speak, was the vampire Matthew Claremont. One of those answering the text's supernatural call, who decides to protect Diana from the other creatures descending on her, and, well, you know where this is going because the girls do like the bad boys, don't they? Except he's not a vampire. Not even close. He's some long-lived guy with very cold skin who likes to drink blood. Heck, I know half a dozen people in New Jersey who match that description. Where's all the garlic and sunlight avoidance and coffins and crosses, hey? Well, it seems the dumb old humans made all that stuff up, and it's just not true. So, once more, we have some author deciding to dispense with literary traditions and make her own spooky, ooky, angst-ridden, handsome, deeply complicated vampire. I'm surprised he doesn't sparkle. Maybe all of the true vampire traits show up later in the novel, dunno, because Frisbee. The deciding point was Diane's very noble stand to ignore the powerful strain of witchcraft in her family. One of the original Salem witchcraft families, don't you know? To make it on her own as a scholar. No eye of newt or toe of dog to help her get through the thesis defense. No, sir. She's going to do it all on her own, like those dumb old humans. She and every other creature disdains. It turns out, though, that she's been using magic all along. But inadvertently, Darren, inadvertently. Or maybe it was the vampire yoga class that made me go, shh. Old guy here, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. See you later.